Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am getting ready to go school clothes shopping with my son, and it's going to be one of those very fast makeup looks. It's like I want to be decent. I want to look fairly decent and nice without a full face of makeup. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of show you guys how I cheat just a little bit. So the way that I'm going to start is with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. My Scandinavia is wonderful. I don't need that depth of strength for today. So I'm just going to, I'm going to work with this and, something different. This is really good because I've already moisturized with my morning moisturizer, but this is good because it kind of gives you that refreshed feeling, that sort of thing. Okay, now what I'm going to do, if I can reach it, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Hangover RX, and I really like this for just especially the T-zone. So I'm just going to kind of rub a little bit of this, and when I say rub, I'm pressing it. I'm real bad to get sweaty under my eyes, around my nose and my lip, and then I also tend to get just a little bit sweaty here and my chin. So basically, my T-zone and under my eyes. So, I'm hoping that this will hold back some of the sweat and that sort of thing. And I'm hoping that it's going to give the rest of the makeup that I put on, which you'll be surprised by, something to hold on to. Okay, I have wet my Beauty Blender. It's damp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in first, and I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of things as far as concealing are concerned. I'm going to start here with my redness. I'm not doing a full face of makeup, so I'm just going to kind of be careful, and I'm going to use this to just bounce on it. The good thing about this with any concealer is that it shears it out fairly quickly and nicely. It gives you a nice even tone, so you don't have to worry about it caking up or bunching up or anything like that. It's going to give me just enough to get through the day. My CPAP machine, it really makes a huge difference, the look that I have around my nose. I've never had redness around my nose quite the way that I have started having it now that I'm using the CPAP. It's just a little thing that fits right across my face, and yeah. So, I believe that's what's causing the redness right around my nose. And with what product I have left on there, I go ahead and do my nose just to kind of, if there's any redness, which there tends to be on our noses, sometimes we're going to have redness, and sometimes on our chin. I'll just take whatever's left over and I'll go from there. Okay, now that I've done that, what I want to do is I want to go in and show you what I do with my eyes just when I'm in a hurry. I go in with Maybelline Color Tattoo and the color Bad to the Bronze. It's wonderful. I love it because it's just an easy, quick step. You can see I dig in it. It doesn't take much, and so it's getting dry, but it's not too dry. I just go in with my finger. It helps when my fingers are short. I'm going to go in on my eyelid and into the area right above my crease, and I'm just going to kind of put that in there with my finger. It's just going to give my eye a little pop that something was done without having to go to too much trouble. And that's it. Okay, so let me get some and do this eye. Okay guys, what I do if I get any of this by accident, if I get it anywhere other than where I really want it, which is, you know, directly on my eyelid, if it gets outside of that, because, you know, it's hard to reach sometimes the opposite side of your face. So if it gets anywhere like that, I just go ahead and, you know, run a clean finger over it really fast to get it off before it sets, because we all know that these color tattoos, they set very fast. So that's all I'm going to do for my eyes. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I am going to go in with, this is my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and it is in light. And I'm just going to kind of do a few places, like my forehead for example, and I'm just gonna bounce it out just a little bit. I'm not using a base or, you know, a foundation for this. I'm just making myself look decent. When you don't feel good or you're running late or anything like that, this is a good thing to do if you're not like going to work or whatever. This is a great thing to do. Actually, the first time I saw anyone do this, I think it was Kathleen Lights, and she said she does it a lot. And I tried it and fell in love with it for the days that I am, you know, wanting to go light and wanting to be fast. So I just keep going. Small areas at a time, but always starting in the center of your face. Okay, now I'm going to do my cheek area. I'm just going to blend this all out. And it blends out really easily, and you see that I'm not going underneath my eyes right now, because I still have to color correct just a little bit. My hair has gotten so gray, guys. Oh, it's so gray. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing here. Put it to the side for a minute because I'm not gonna be ready for it again until just a bit. This is a really easy, light feeling, which I really, really like, especially in the heat here in Alabama when you're going places. If you get hot and sweaty or, you know, anything like that, this is a nice way to feel put together, to not feel like you're walking around dead. Yeah. So, this is just an easy way to do. So basically, I'm using my concealer as a small bit of a foundational coverage, so to speak. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to set anything until I have done my under eyes. What I'm going to do now is I am going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I'm just going to give myself a little bit of brow. Even on a light day, you do need to define your brows a little bit. So I'm just going to do that just a hair through here. I want to define this line underneath my brows, because defining that line when your eyebrows are sparse like mine can make a world of difference. Okay. Okay, that's all I'm really going to do. Even though my brows are sparse, that's all I'm going to do with the Brow Wiz. I'm just going to give it a little bit of shape. Now, let me do this other one. Let me go in with my Wet n Wild eyebrow highlighter. And we're just going to put just enough of this to highlight underneath there, because it's just going to kind of add just enough to what we've got going on to fix matters. Okay, all I'm going to do is kind of go in and bring it down just a touch, and then I'm going to smooth it out under my brow. Also, if you need to pluck and you haven't had time and you have a few stray hairs, this will help cover some of that until you can do better. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my color correcting stick because that's a necessity for me. So this is my Smashbox dark orange. I've already shown you in my last video how I use this. I'm just going to put that there. Okay, I'm going to use my flat shader brush from Sigma. It's a E55, just to kind of go in and blend that out just a little bit. Okay, now what I want to do is I am going to go in with my concealer and my beauty blender, and I'm going to go over that, and I'm going to conceal my under eyes like I normally would if I had foundation on, but I'm going to keep it pretty light. I'm not going to come all the way down and try to carve out my nose and all those things that you do when you're doing a full beat, as they say. And another shortcut that I take is cutting out one of the powders that I use. Since I'm only setting concealer and there's no foundation underneath, then it's easy to set with a pressed powder under your eye at this point. I hope that you can see the difference in the two eyes. I mean, would you rather go out looking like this or looking like this? So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to look down, I'm not going to look down, I'm not going to look down. Let me find okay, I'm just going to use one of my Morphe brushes, and I'm going to set underneath there before it creases. Okay, now let's go in with this eye. Now, I'm going to set that. I can still feel it catching my brush and dragging just a bit. As long as you can, you need to continue to set. Okay, now I'm going to kind of swirl it in with my Rimmel. I've been using the Rimmel all this time. Now I'm going to go in and set down the concealer that I used over my face, so that it doesn't run or go anywhere. Always do all liquids first, gels, liquids, creams, anything like that. And then anything that is wet, you have to set with a powder. I would normally like to use my Laura Mercier under my eyes and this over my face, but for a day like this, it's one of those, we're getting ready, we're running late, we've got things to do, or we just flat don't feel like it. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my NARS. This is Laguna, and I am going to bronze up just a bit. So I'm going to take my Kat Von D brush. I am not contouring. I'm going a little bit, see right here is where I would contour. Okay, I'm just going to kind of go in and warm the face up just a little bit to give myself some color. And what you want to do is you might want to make the shape of a 3, the numeral 3. And so when you're bronzing, especially if you have a round face like mine, and my hair is getting in the way, but it really does make a difference when you go like that. Come into your brow. And then because I have a large forehead, I can get away with bronzing up just a little bit there. Of course, if you're going to be bronzed naturally, the places that have the most tendency for the sun to hit, you're going to want to bronze. I do like to run a little bit of a bronzer under my lower chin. Normally I would contour, but since we're not, you know, since we're skipping that step, we're just warming up the face, giving ourselves a little bit of light. And I really like NARS Laguna because it has just a touch of a shimmer in it, and it's really good. Now I'm going to go into my Becca palette. Now the colors that I'm going to be using for this, you can use, you can buy the, I think it's Pamplemousse. It's this bright one right here. I believe this is sold separately. If not, I would go with Flower Child. It's a really good one. It's really pigmented, so just, you know, go in really light and take it all the way back, right on the, not quite on the full apple of the cheek, but right beside it and back, right on top of that bronzer that you just laid down. Go in and blend with your big fluffy brush. I had an itch. And you can see how it kind of blends everything together. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my trusty highlighting brush, and I'm going to go in with Champagne Pop. And you can buy it separately, so I'm not using anything you can't get to. And I'm going to do my little C shape, sort of in the same area that, actually I got it a little too close to my under eye. But I mean, you know, when you're in a hurry, you're bound to make mistakes, so it's okay. I mean, you know, as long as you don't have one of those demarcation lines and that sort of thing, you're good to go. So I'm just giving myself a little bit of dewiness. So even though this was a limited edition, it's, you know, it is something that you can still purchase, and you know, you have to purchase individually, but it's available. Okay, I'm going to go down my nose just a little bit, and then I'm going to do my Cupid's bow. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and blend again with my large brush. Okay, now I am going to go in with the NYX Brow Gel. It's let's see, Tinted Brow Mascara. Now what this is going to do is it's going to take another step into what I did with my brows the first time with the Brow Wiz. It's going to add a little bit more color, and it's going to tame anything that's ruly that you have. I do have a little peach fuzz right there, so I have to be very careful and try to stay out of that. But do you see the difference? It really does help. This, you know, is a little bit dark for me, and I'm getting my hair done Friday, so and I do expect it to be a little bit lighter, and because of that, I'm going to need a little bit lighter brow gel, or just use a clear. And I do have a clear one, so I'm good to go in the area. Alright, and I do have some plucking that I need to do, but it's pretty well covered. I would say it's pretty well covered anyway. Okay, now it's time. We can't forget our eyelashes. So I'm just going to curl my lashes really quick. The second time that I curl them, I like to come a little bit further out, away from the base or the root. And it just helps curl it all the way up. Okay, now it's time for mascara. And it doesn't matter what mascara you use. I'm using the Tarte. I've been loving this sample, and yeah, so I don't like to have too many mascaras open at one time, and right now I have more than I like, so yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to finish up my lashes. I'm going to put 2 coats on each one. Okay, I chose not to do any mascara on my bottom lashes because when I get hot, it tends to make my mascara run if it's not waterproof, and I didn't want to use waterproof today. So let me grab a lip liner. This is just happened to grab the same one, my Rimmel Exaggerate. It really doesn't matter what color you use, as long as you give your lips a base of color. And I just rub my lips really good together, like that right there. Okay. Now, I think what I want to do, I'm going to take my VIP from Tarte, and I'm going to use the gloss in it. I'm just going to pull it apart. I'm going to put it mostly in the center of the lip. It gives you the illusion of a really nice pout. This is my on-the-go fast makeup look. I only have Badge of the Bronze. Okay, I have my Urban Decay All-Nighter, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give myself a nice little spray, and what it'll do is it'll settle down any powder and it'll set in anything that I've done, and I should be good for a couple hours or more. So it's okay, here we go. It's brand new. Okay. And guys, I'm done. Never forget your finishing spray. It didn't take me long, and I got a look so that I look decent to go out. I'm not scary looking. I've covered the deep dark circles under my eyes, and I'm ready to go. Of course, I can do this in 5 or 10 minutes if I'm on my own and not, explaining anything, as long as my eyebrows cooperate, that is. But I just wanted to do a quick little video for you guys, and yeah, that's gonna be it. This is the end of my video. Guys, if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. I just hit the 200 mark, and I'm really excited about that. I actually have 201 subbies right now, and so that was a personal goal for me, and it's been really exciting to hit that. Don't forget, please give my video a thumbs up if you liked what I did, and yeah, enjoy a quick makeup look that makes you look nice and fresh and like you care, and you can go about your day and do your things. And if you have to do this because you've got a sick baby, or you're just running late because you overslept, or you really don't feel like doing anything but you've got somewhere to go and you don't want to like death warmed over, this is something that anybody can do. You guys have a great evening. I will talk to you later. Bye.